Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Backorder.
Backorder.
Episode
number
3. I'm so excited.
As they say, there's only two things said in life. You know, there's life, there's death. Fuck.
And there's the Backorder
well, there's three
podcast,
things.
and there's the Backorder podcast.
Yes, and the Backorder podcast. Each Friday.
That's for certain. Every single Friday or maybe Saturday, depending on how we're feeling.
This is gonna be a tight one tonight.
It's tight. We're currently.
It is
Tuesday, 1:01 a.m.
to Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Wednesday, and I have to get this going in about a 48 hour period.
It's your turn on the custody agreement for this thing, but
and if for those, this doesn't apply to those on Spotify, but we have face cams now. I'm living up to my name, and he's living up to his name.
I'm me. What can I say? I'm me, and I'm
right before we started. This guy tried to mog me with his pizza, and I mogged him back with combo power of 3 Domino's. What in the hell is that? That is not pizza.
Two pizza slice. It's the crust.
What?
It's the crust.
You got two pizza slices. This is good. This is
yes.
Okay, well, I mean, how did scaring people go? You do anything good last week?
I did some scaring. I had my outfit. I essentially wanted to dress up. For my time in the New York subway, there's one guy who always stuck with me, and he was this one guy who he came up to me when I was trying to figure out how the New York subway works. And he said to me, he says, hey, you got some change for me? After I had just put in a $20 bill at the one subway ticket station, and it started clinking out dollar coins, and it clinked out $12 coins into the tray, and it just kept on going. And this guy's eyes lit up, and he came up to me, and he was like, "You got any change?" And I was like, he can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. So
well, he probably could. The amount of rats he needs to fight. I mean, they're ginormous down there. Well, I mean, northeast.
He wants to hurt me, but he
scared you this Halloween.
He scared me, really. But it's essentially came from a place of trauma that I wanted to dress up as that, and then I went down and I did it. I did actually scare some people with that outfit. Because I was handing out candy, and there were people in like the Deadpool costume, oh, it's Deadpool, and the guy in the werewolf costume, and then the guy in like some I think some anime costume. I'm not quite sure.
And then every year, the homeless of New York City, they dress up as what they love most,
themselves.
They dress up as their true selves, and that's what I am. Here's the thing. I could go ahead and buy like a steampunk vest of some kind, but it costs like $50, and Goodwill is Greedwill recently. So it's just so expensive. And so I mean, right now it's October 30th. So you still got one day to terrify someone. Hopefully someone with a heart condition. That would be good.
Hopefully someone who can help with the organ crisis going on right now. So
because we really need
organ donation going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need more organ donors. Falling back from last podcast, it's going to be set up soon. The PO box.
PO box, yes, please. And speaking of last podcast was amazing.
It was so good.
Amazing.
Yeah, number 2 is the best.
But things just keep getting better. Things just keep on going on the up and up. So we're here to bring you the best and brightest, fresh from
that's exactly what we are. Yeah, exactly. That's why I got 3 Domino's pizza to my right, and you got 2 triangles.
2 triangles,
some kind. I mean, honestly, those triangles look really not edible. I mean, they look so dry. I don't know. I mean. I talked to some people dressed up as wizards, and I went up to them and they were like, yeah, you have to subscribe to Backorder. And they were like, wizards. I don't know where I was going with that, but
our top fans are wizards.
They could be.
Oh my God. If there's anyone out there who knows the wizarding arts or the dark arts in general, I'm trying to bring my loved ones back to life.
That he really wants that. He's currently munching on the fingers of his long lost relative. Lost? Something like that.
Lost relative. This is really good.
Yeah. You know what isn't? Actually, is that a good transition? I mean, we got the election coming up. And in the great country of the USA, I mean, this country, we've done so much for every single American that lives in this country. Backorder. I'm sipping on an A&W root beer. And honestly, I don't think there's anything more patriot. You know, come from a long family line of moonshiners, right?
Yeah, my family comes from a long line of moonshiners.
So that means you love alcohol.
Which is why I'm voting for the slimy slugs.
The slimy slugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They support anti-abolitionist. They want to bring alcohol back.
Are you allowed to vote for yourself in an election? Because I would like to vote for myself. You know, I'm going to go to the polls and be like, you know what? I voted for myself this year. I'm going to draw like a scribble of myself to my name and to say me, arrow pointing to me. And I'm going to have a big, lovely smile, grin on my face. And they're going to be like, wow, I want to vote. Huge grin.
I want to vote for that guy.
And exactly. And so, you know, the fate of our country is decided in a week. And I don't think about it too much because we're young. So we don't really know much about politics.
We still have time.
I always feel bad because people would be like, oh, how do you feel about this issue? And I'll be like, I don't know a damn thing about that issue. I know more about how Russia. The only interesting political news I saw recently is apparently Russia fined Google $20 decillion.
Decillion. 20 decillion.
Yeah, decillion. Yeah, which is more than all of the assets on Earth. So Google, they will have to go into Mars. That's going to be their next business operation. And they need to send a crew.
I think they're done. I think Google, thank goodness Google's done because they're getting sued.
They've been getting targeted quite a bit from Angel? What am I saying? The angels. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the supernatural interference. I forgot about that. I shouldn't talk about that. But they're getting attacked a lot for being a monopoly. And recently it's been coming true. They've been getting attacked quite a bit.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, if it comes to voting in the election, I've seen nothing but just every other advertisement is about it. And it's like, I'm seeing the same amount of advertisements for each candidate. So it's like, does this really sway me one way or the other? Because I see Kamala and then I see Trump and then it's like, you're showing me the same amount of screen time. Why is that? Why should that sway me? It's like, maybe they should save their money. Maybe they should save their money.
I feel like we're already, I think we're $30 trillion in debt, which, not as bad as 20 decillion. You know, Google, they're going to have to.
Fucked. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat
I don't think the Bank of America can help them.
Maybe I can't believe that. Loans.
I can't believe that back in the day, the USA was like, yeah, we got this really catastrophic debt crisis. How do we fix this? Well, one of the solutions was let's print a platinum coin that is $1 trillion, and that will help the debt. And, it's only us great American minds. Only we can think of such smart solutions. If we can get $1 trillion platinum coin, if you steal that coin, you're the richest. You're the richest goddamn man on the planet.
Yes,
and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that very soon.
In a vault, top floor of a building, right? There needs to be laser mazes.
A Trump Tower.
Yes.
Very top.
Laser mazes. There needs to be like automated turrets, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But it can't be completely boxed in, right? It has to be
because that would be cheating. That would be if you box it in with like bedrock, that would be cheating.
Come on.
Exactly.
Let me get at this.
The writers are so boring. Why would you do that? So for this election, I'm voting for $1 trillion coin, and we put at the top of Trump Tower.
We're stealing it.
Or
Backorder.
The Pentagon actually could be. I would usually like
Fort Knox. Bring it back.
Fort Knox? I don't actually know much about Fort Knox. I think the Pentagon would be a fire place for laser tag, though. I mean, the thing is that I've been drinking this A&W root beer, and I love the carbonation, but man, it tingles my teeth a little bit, and I've been trying to brush twice a day, floss, because when I was a child, I think I had like 8 cavities by the time I was like 10, and so they were like, I remember when I was younger, the dental surgeons were like, you know what? Young Josh, you're 10, but your teeth are so fucked that we're going to do what they do in Surgeon Simulator. We're going to take a hammer, we're going to drag it across your teeth, we're going to knock them all out, and we're going to give you fresh new ones.
Did they do that?
They did not do that. What they did instead was they give me morphine and what was it called? Novocaine. They gave me Novocaine.
Close enough.
They give me mouth morphine. As I so lovingly love to call it. They gave me that, and they just individually, one by one, removed each baby tooth, and yeah, that was my endeavor.
Gums.
Nothing but gums. And
I have had picture perfect teeth luck my life. Maybe I could have asked for better orthodontist luck and that kind of stuff, but like overall, no qualms with it. No cavities. I got sealant put on my teeth and stuff, so it's like should be good. I brush like once a day.
You had a little bit of like alignment issues, right? Like you had to get like braces and Invisalign.
I got Invisalign and I got realigned, but that was
more
now.
So like isn't that like more so a genetic thing though? Like the straightness of your teeth?
Nobody has perfect teeth though. That's the thing. I don't think anyone is designed to have perfect teeth.
You seen the person from Fairly Odd Parents? They got really nice teeth.
That's
a really good song. Really good song as well. I mean, yeah, but I've always struggled with gingivitis, and for years, every single time I use mouthwash, I always try to use mouthwash, alcohol-free and everything. And every single time I do it, I get blisters in my mouth, and I have to stop using it. So recently, I tried to go ahead and use mouthwash, but I did it, and I got blisters on like the top of my gums, it's like the skin's flaking off, and so I think I have some allergy to it, somehow. And I've got blisters. And my tongue tie underneath is like inflamed slightly. And so I have to I've been in pain for like 4 days straight because I got a lot of blisters in my mouth. And homunculi, they got those big juicy lips. So we get all the sensory overload there. So
yeah, I think it sounds like you're just getting worse. To me, it just sounds like you're getting closer to your death.
I mean, I've been getting really bad because, I've talked about a lot about my health, and it's not amazing. It just sucks because I've had like stomach issues for a year, and I recently found out that there's like a 90% chance I have parasites, and so I took parasite medication like 3 hours before we're recording right now. Mm-hmm. So I've been going through everything.
Yeah. So if you say something off character, blame it on the worm.
It's all the worms. It's not on me. It's the worms.
This is the worm speaking.
In every single one of us, we got some worms.
I got that worm in me.
That's with like 1 trillion cells, right?
That's a lot.
How many trillion things?
I'm just one big cell.
You're one big cell? That's what they call you in the lab. They say, "Oh, this is a Rodger."
Mm-hmm.
Do you mitosis, meiosis?
That's why I'm 51.
51?
Mm-hmm.
I do not know what that means. I'll be honest here.
The Rodger 51. I'm the 51st mutation. My parents, when I was really young, they told me I was hatched from an egg.
Maybe you were hatched from an egg.
Maybe I was hatched from an egg, but it was a little traumatizing to me when I was really young when they just said like, "Yeah, you were hatched from an egg," and I was like, "Excuse me."
You know what was more traumatizing than that? When you ate your twin brother, and he was like,
when I ate my twin brother, yeah. That's right. I did eat my twin brother in the womb. And personally, I feel really bad about it now. I was told about it like months ago, but I'm really sorry. Yeah. Rodger 50.
And on week 23, you were like, "Man, I feel so bad."
Man, I feel so bad, but also so full. Oh,
I feel so hungry.
I feel so nourished.
Man, that's someone who loves Vor's like best dream. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're done.
That's
You're done. That's the worm speaking. That's the worm speaking.
That's the worms. The
That's
worms.
the worm speaking.
Oh, the worms. They're so wormy.
So wormy. So squirmy.
Gosh, you know what? Apple reminds me of squirmy worms because the only reason. So right now we got this little operation, this business expense, of course. This is a business endeavor, tax write-off, nonprofit, something.
Non-profit.
That's why we got
for profit.
That's why we got a Patreon. Exactly. It's like OpenAI, where non-profit turning for-profit turning non-profit under the guise of a big company monopoly, Microsoft, which is owned by the shadow government of slimy slugs.
No.
And this is verifiably true.
It's the greasy goblins.
This is 100% verifiably true, but
no,
whatever.
It's the goblins. It's the goblins.
Agree to disagree. What we will agree on is that Apple Podcasts $20 a year to upload.
They can go shove it, dude. They can go fuck themselves because
they can take.
In the last episode, I said, oh guys, I'm so fucking hyped about this. We're getting Spotify, we're getting YouTube, we got Patreon, we got Twitter. That's not really a podcast place.
We got Twitter,
and then I said TikTok, Apple Podcast. I said Apple Podcast.
You said Apple, and little did you know the worm came out of the apple from the worm. The worms came out of the apple, and they were like, "Oh, I'm Apple. I'm not gonna fuck you, but I'm gonna charge you $20.
Is it $20 a year?
A year.
So it's recurring.
Yes.
Ultimately, $20.
Apple is brutal.
$20 is simply a splash in the bucket.
Exactly. I mean, $20 is so much money. I spent $27 on this, and this is so much more important than putting this.
It's really
for
judging.
Context. I'm pointing to my beautiful steampunk hat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if for those who are listening, and if you want Apple Music, is that what it is? It's Apple Music, right?
Apple Podcasts.
That way you'd post the. It would be on music though.
I think you can find it on music, but it's on Apple Podcasts. I don't even know how it works. I don't know why we're trying to go for this.
I think the evil worm comes out of Apple, and he has a top hat on and like a monocle, and he's like, I want $20. And
it's the monopoly.
We don't do that because we're broke. Well, you're broke.
I'm broke. I can.
You could pull it up.
So I've been spending money on a lot of recent things, but I'm pulling it up right now. I'm currently on this
Escorts, I think.
On Escorts, of course. No, I went
just like Boogie.
I've been spending money on podcasts and stuff. Oh my god. My parents just transferred money into my account. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? So they gave me.
You're not worth as much as
I have a $100 monthly stipend. So I'm working at $3 a day as my current expense. Roughly.
$3 a day. That's like
I got to save
300 pennies.
But they gave me the first half of my stipend early, a couple days early, and they'll give me the other half later. So we were sitting at $7.63.
You couldn't buy I know you just so lovingly.
I couldn't buy a bottle of Hennessy and a pack of Marlboros. So,
and as a minor, you love to drink, of course.
He
does not love to drink. Please do not demonetize us or ban us. I pray.
I'm an old soul.
Don't be a worm. Don't be a worm.
Don't be a worm.
YouTube or Spotify. We do not encourage underage. We are not. We physically.
No.
We can't even do it.
No.
I mean, but we would never. Never condone. No, we condemn such activity.
Yeah, that concert, expensive, well, very fun.
How expensive?
It was like $50, which isn't ultimately. Isn't the end of the world for getting it like kind of.
How long was it? Like 3 inches?
What?
The concert.
The concert? About 4 inches. It was 4 inches.
Okay.
I mean, give me a second. Yeah, about 4 inches. No,
it was you use the knuckle trick? The 1 inch knuckle?
The knuckle. Yeah, you can just kind of. You can figure it out.
I got a lot of those in my drawer.
Yeah, I mean, the opener was about an hour, and then they played, and it ended at like. About 11, and we got there at 8, so like 3 hours. It was fun. It was a fun thing to go to. My head was rattling afterwards.
As soon as they knew that Rodger from the Backorder podcast was there, they said, crowd surfing immediately straight to the front.
Shout out to Backorder podcast.
Shout out to Rodger from Backorder. Should I blur out your last name? Or do we keep that in?
Yeah, for now, let's blur it. Let's visually blur it.
Jared, make a market right there. We
Jared,
really need. I swear to
so
God, Jared, if you fuck this up, off with your fifth left pinky. He's an abomination. He's a lot of those.
Fifth left pinky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it wouldn't be Backorder without him. You know, we couldn't do this without such an esteemed gentleman. I mean, he is my favorite.
He's my favorite
editor I've ever worked with.
He's my favorite. We love him.
He's so good at what he does. I mean, what's your favorite season?
What's my favorite season? I like summer. Call me old fashioned. Summer and spring.
I get it.
When it's warm, here's the thing, right? When you're a person like me, when you have a chest hole, when don't really have a lot of
you're like Iron Man. Yeah, and it shoots out like Iron a laser. Man.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of insulation.
For context, this guy has a gemstone in the center of his chest.
Right here, and it digs in.
Yeah, he has a gemstone in his chest, and he activates it by chugging a bottle of Hennessy. That's why he loves. That's why he.
That's why I need Hennessy. YouTube, please don't.
That's what he's fueled. That's what he's fueled. He's fueled by. It's what keeps.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that keeps him going.
Yeah,
exactly.
Personally, I don't really fuck with the cold months. The cold months make me sad. Like, I get not super that. Sad, but it's just kind of like lame. Especially when it's cold and there's no snow. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
What's even the point? What's the point? I got to wear gloves and stuff because my hands get purple. I can't. It's not like I'm not a normal human. You know, hatched from an egg and shit.
I mean, you're never. Yeah, exactly. You're in a gemstone.
And a gemstone, yeah.
And we can't forget about that. I mean, without the gemstone, you maybe got a little kryptonite.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's what got you last week when you were a little bit sick. Someone slipped in some kryptonite into your
I've been coughing for a good 2.5 weeks now, and I'm over it. I'm done.
You sure about that?
No, I'm over it as in I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
And tired, right?
I'm
Are you tired right now?
I'm really
so
greatly tired.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been only sleeping 8 hours a night. How long have you been sleeping a night?
I can't stop burping.
It's the A&W root beer.
It is. I am done with my A&W root beer. I have finished it, and it is gone permanently. It was a very good drink. I love this. A&W, if you love the Backorder podcast, which I know your CEO is watching right now.
Yes.
Please, I would love to be sponsored by A&W, specifically Zero Sugar branch. We don't need the whole thing, but just the Zero Sugar branch of root beer would be good. But no, I had exams the last week, and every single time of exams, I grind because I'm just used to being like a straight A student in high school, and transitioning to college, these classes got so much harder. I mean, I went from taking basket weaving 101 in high school to, for the record, I did not take basket weaving. That's not a real class. But to this calculus and these discrete math things and these data structures and algorithms, and it's killing me. And I studied, and I think the last 2 days I got 5 hours of sleep. And so I took a 3-hour nap right before hopping onto the Backorder. You know me. We don't miss every single Friday, Saturday. I will do anything. I'll do anything. I will do just about anything to make sure we don't miss everything that's happening. But I mean, I've been stressed out, but I'm getting my sleep back. I'm probably gonna be awake for like another hour or two after this, after we're done here.
Until 3 a.m. at that point?
Yeah, maybe, because I have to see, because I just took my nap, so I have to see whether or not I have to weigh about my. See, I'm fizzing out right now, but no, I think my favorite. We're gonna transition back. I think that my favorite season is probably. I'm just a fan of spring. I'm just a big fan of spring.
You like spring?
Because the thing with spring is that's when most things, like all the produce comes out and things start regrowing. And for summer, a lot of the time it's too hot and humid, and spring is like the nice ease in the cool to produce with the nature and stuff. And the only downside of spring is there's no like good holidays. But if we're talking like pure weather wise, I think I like spring.
St. Patrick's Day, because green.
That's right. I
It's the
remember
only.
in elementary school they would paint my toilet green, and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, the leprechaun strikes again."
Leprechaun pooped in our toilet.
I know. He just fizzes. He's like a bath bomb. He jumps in. He just
Yeah, it's like Coke and
he
Mentos.
disappears. Yeah,
Bad.
exactly. He does that every single year. He fizzes it out completely into a bomb. Well, not a bomb. That's illegal. Well, at least here. Is there any place in the U.S. Not in the U.S. Oh gosh, are bombs legal? I had to look that one up.
I think if they don't hurt anyone and it's on your own property,
I mean, I'm the bomb. That's what my mommy and daddy told me. They told me I'm the bomb.
You're the best to ever do it.
You're the best to ever do it. You're king of the bats. And we know this.
I mean, you're the best to ever do it.
You're the king of the bats, and I will never be a bat. So
I have no power here.
Really dumb. And if you're listening on audio, you didn't get to see what Rodger did over the past 3 minutes, but he is stripped. He's his upper top. This is why you need to subscribe on YouTube. He no longer has his upper layer of clothing on. This is very tragic. Instead, he's now munching
I'm getting promiscuous in here.
What are you munching on?
What am I munching on? What am I eating? I'm eating.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you eating, man?
I'm eating little bread bits, little bits of
You're
bread
still eating
from
that?
Yeah. Oh, that one was a tough, stale bite.
How do you eat breadcrumb? How do you eat breadcrumbs so much? I can't. I feel like they're too dry.
They're too dry.
Could you eat raisins back in the day?
Yeah, I love
raisins.
Oh
my gosh, I could
Especially
not stand
oatmeal.
raisins. Oatmeal? Well, like how in the cafeterias they'd have like your box of raisins and they'd pour it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, but there was like they'd always have like these boxes of raisins in the school cafeteria, and man, I had like there were many times in like the olden days where we would just take like 15 boxes of raisins and pour it on top of like one lunch tray and create like a big tower, like a pile of leaves in autumn.
Goodness.
And then we take someone's head and we go and slam it into the thing. What are you doing? Are you taking a selfie?
I'm taking a selfie.
Why are you taking a selfie?
I felt drawn to do it. I just felt like
this is why
these are the
love
things
yourself
you don't,
a little bit too much.
These are the things you don't see behind the scenes. These are the things no one gets.
Yeah,
no one gets.
You don't see the fact that this is me. This is glued to my head. I can't
You got
remove
2 pairs of goggles on.
Exactly.
You're not even 4 eyes. You're 8 eyes at this point.
I'm wearing contacts as well, so this is really funny. I got 3 pairs of equipment because I can't see pretty much. So when I was younger, I got glasses when I was like in the 3rd grade, and over time my vision has gotten worse and worse. I think
another one of the reasons you're dying.
Yeah, I'm dying, and I think I have like epilepsy because like I get like stress seizures at night. It's like I wake up and then after like REM sleep, I can't feel my entire body sometimes, and I wake up in a cold sweat. So we have a little anxiety things. We have digestive issues. We have to deal with Rodger, mental issues.
Yeah, all right. That's probably closer to the top of the list of problems, right? Dealing with me.
Well, maybe. I have to deal with Jed, and he is the biggest problem. He's the biggest troublemaker. So, I have to deal with that. But no, I mean, the entire day today, I didn't eat food until 8 p.m. So, like, that also could be another reason for, like, why my digestive issues exist, because I got one of the worst eating things of all time. Like, I don't eat food the way that a normal person should eat food. So, like, yeah, I was like, okay, it's time to get Domino's Pizza. Let's get Domino's Pizza. And it's 8 p.m. at night, and guess how much I tipped my delivery driver?
$0.
$0.
USD.
You know why I did that? Not because I'm an evil person.
No one subscribed on Patreon.
That's not the reason. You are obsessed with Patreon, you money-grubbing loser. Feel bad about yourself.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I've made a severe, continuous lapse judgment.
such a good video. People will
Such
never
a good
see that
video.
video as well.
Yeah.
But we'll be on the page. Well, we'll convince. I'm being so. What is it called? I'm being a hypocrite.
Hypocritical.
God damn it! No. But we'll get his permission. We'll pay him royalties. We'll give him like peppermint. You can ship some to his door.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find a way. But no, I got the pizza, and recently I can't stand like tomato sauce on pizza. Like I used to love it.
That's like a third of pizza. You have cheese,
sucks,
you have dough, and you have tomato sauce.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. That's a third of it.
Well, here's the thing. I love to eat food. Okay. Let me rephrase this differently. I love to eat food.
Usually,
it's good
I
for
like
the
to
soul.
eat food.
You know, usually humans, we like to eat food. But tomato sauce has like a sweetness to it a lot of the time, and I didn't like the sweetness for the longest time. And so I just switched to ranch and Alfredo sauce, and I've been loving pizza so much ever since then. Put on some garlic powder on top. But the thing is that I've been missing like garlic. I've been missing tomato sauce recently. I may have to switch back.
Sorry to hear that.
So
Sorry to hear
yeah.
that.
What about pizza for you? Because you're from New York.
I'm from New York. Man, I talked about my time at my childhood pizza place.
You were a
the
business
gumball
developer.
machine.
You were an entrepreneur. Lemonade.
I was an entrepreneur. Yes. I made a lemonade stand that made bank because I knew every single person in this small little town.
It was
that
totally
I grew up in.
Food Inspector Improved. FDA.
Yeah, FDA
You know, the
disapproved.
typical-
As I was like the Wolf of Wall Street. The goddamn
Yeah,
the feds were on my ass trying to crack down on me. They couldn't.
They could not because you're king of the rats. Every single time they found you, you jumped in the sewer. You slid
8-year-old
right
me
down.
was going, "Hey, gabagool, what do you want from me? I'm walking here," and they were like, "Aw, little Rodger wants some money. We'll give him money." And then I gave them lemonade, and it was great. It was fantastic. Such a return on investment.
Yeah, and when life gives you lemons, you get money.
It wasn't lemons. It was lemon powder from the store.
Oh,
it was not fresh. I was a money grubbing little kid. I was just like, man, I love this lemonade.
Good thing, you know what's funny? The good thing about that is I think that's unironically FDA approved then, because you're not making the lemonade, right? You're just using the product.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
So you've been making out these stories. You actually been working with them because with how corrupt New York City is.
I see.
You've been working with the health inspectors and all that. But you made like what, like $100 in 3 hours?
$100, and then after that I was like, how do we expand this business? How do we make more money? I was full on adventure capitalist.
And that's why you moved. That's why you moved to another state.
Yeah, and then they're like,
expand business operations.
We gotta move out of here. And I was like, fuck.
And now you're gone. Now
my operations have been in the dumps. $0 in revenues.
And we can tell from your checking account that
from my checking account things are less bleak, but things are still bleak.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to spend $900 on rent, electricity, and insurance as of yesterday. So, I mean, it's never a fun feeling. I'm really blessed because I got a full ride to a good institution.
Full ride.
Especially because, associate degree. Mm-hmm. And, you get a lot of credits when, to get to transfer over when you have like 67 credits or so. And, I got all this stuff and all this financial aid, and so I'm blessed to have it.
God bless associate's degrees.
I don't like money. I don't like spending money still. I mean,
yeah. It makes me sad spending money. Luckily, I haven't had any money to spend. So,
gosh, who has a lot of money to spend? How does Santa Claus get like all those toys?
I don't know.
Do you think what does he do? I mean, he is so wealthy.
I think there's a dark side to Santa Claus. As much as it pains me to say that, I mean,
my daddy. This is good.
My daddy.
My father was Santa Claus one year, at the church, and that was good.
You really? That's impressive.
And
good job for him.
And I remember when I saw him, I went up and I went, boom, right on his belly and fucking bopped off, and that was good. Ooh, a card trick.
Card trick, yeah. Yeah, actually, I have a trick for you.
The Spotify listeners will love that. Is this your card?
Boom. Is this your card?
Yeah. Wait, is it? Mm-hmm. Wait, what is that? Is that a...
No, this is my trick. Boom.
Is it double-sided?
No, definitely not. Nope. I'm just magic.
I mean, why do you think Santa started making all these toys?
Well, it depends on which story you want to go by. Meister Burger. I think there was just a fellow that just felt so overwhelmed with joy, and he had to spread his jolliness with other people in the bleak months of winter. So I think it's just a great time. It's a great thing in general. It's a little early. It's a little early in the season, the fact that as of right now, we haven't even passed Halloween.
Well,
it's going to be out past it.
You know, Rodger, I think you're too positive, right? I think old Saint Nick he's been in the business too long, a couple thousand years. And I think he is currently a board member at BlackRock and Vanguard, and he's using all these toys as a tax write-off for his nonprofit organization. I mean, you can tell, like, he's just not a good guy. I mean, do you think these elves work for free?
They get paid? For free. They work,
and they're really
long
small.
Hours.
What if Santa Claus?
Why are the elves so happy? They shouldn't be happy.
And why are they so
have
small?
Money.
Maybe
they can't
it's
contribute.
Because
they can't spend money in the economy.
They don't get a 401k.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with these elves is, if you think about it, we don't know their identity. All we know is that they're so small. And the only reason why they're so small is maybe Santa Claus is using child labor. And so I think,
me personally, it's okay because he makes so many people so happy. It only is fair.
It's only fair that he gets to write off billions in taxes and use child labor to bring joys to all the children around the globe.
He's so jolly.
He's so jolly. That's why they call him Jolly Old Saint Nick.
I'd want to be. How hard do you think? You think you could do it? You think you could be Jolly Old Saint Nick? You think you could be Santa Claus?
Because I couldn't eat a million cookies in one night. I think that would be, unless I'm Beelzebub. I don't. Maybe he's Beelzebub. Holy shit! The connection's unreal. He's Beelzebub.
Beelzebub? Who?
Beelzebub. The evil.
I still don't know who this is.
The consumer of all the void. Do you not know who Beelzebub is? What?
Excuse me. What the fuck?
Beelzebub, the consumer of all the void. BlackRock, CEO, board member, and Vanguard. In child labor. That's Santa Claus.
We pan your camera. We pan your camera to a cork board with red string around all the thumbtacks. You finally connected it.
Next week we're gonna be debunked. We're gonna be figuring out the identity, and it's Beelzebub. You don't know who Beelzebub is?
No, I need
Beelzebub.
I think it's Beelzebub.
Beelzebub, a demon, fallen angel, and a Philistine god, the prince of the devils, and I think he consumes all. Yeah, he represents gluttony and envy. God. He's gluttonous, and that's Santa Claus, and he's so hungry as well. That does it. I never thought.
Demonic
I'm so glad
Lord, Prince of Darkness, fallen angel.
That's what he is. He only comes at nighttime through your chimney.
Yeah, I think Santa Claus does have a darker side to him.
I think he's Beelzebub, and
I don't think his sleigh needs to be looked into. I don't think his sleigh is powered by people
magic.
Who believe in him.
I think it's powered by
probably plutonium. And
I was thinking Souls of the Damned and charcoal.
Charcoal briquettes.
Oh, that's all you need to power it.
Uranium and Souls of the Damned. It's like a perfect setup.
Maybe Santa uses a flying machine from Minecraft with some honey blocks and sticky pistons. I mean, he could do it.
I think far in the future, I could get an operation set up. I could be head of supply chain management for Santa Claus Incorporated. I think I could do
Santa
it.
Claus Incorporated.
I think I could get a toy to every child in the world in one night. I think I could do it.
Yeah. Ted Kaczynski thought he could do it.
Well,
Shouldn't have said that.
he thought a lot of things.
Jed, make sure to keep that in because that was really clever.
Keep that in.
Keep that in. We want that to be very pronounced.
Also, Jed, can we put up a copy, Industrial Revolution and its consequences?
Industrial Revolution.
Put up a copy of that.
Jed has a message for you, Rodger. It says, fuck you. That is...
Jared, in my DMs.
Jared is
in
about
between
to
the cries
crawl.
for water.
Jared is an omnipotent being since last time. I mean, he crawls through your vents. He's sludge. He's gonna crawl in your ear and he's gonna
control my mind. Yeah,
he's gonna control your mind. You know, like that's the thing, right? I mean, I'm talking about Santa, and he doesn't come for 50 days. So
it's getting closer. It's getting closer, and I'm getting excited. What can I say? I'm getting excited.
I mean, the thing is that I think do you think we have too many holidays in America?
I mean, the Romans had like
the Romans, that's crazy lore. The Romans.
No,
Rise of Kingdoms.
The Romans had like 1 in 3 of their days were holidays. They just never worked.
I mean, if you're in school, it basically have a holiday every week.
That's probably why they fell. Well, yeah.
I mean, let's see. We got what are the holidays? We got New Year's Eve. Well, New Year's January 1st. We got Valentine's Day. We got St. Patrick's Day. We got Easter. We got Cinco de Mayo. We got 4th of July. We got Christmas, Halloween, then there's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
Can't forget Labor Day.
Memorial Day, Veterans Day. I mean, we have a lot of holidays in America. I'm amazed that Election Day isn't a holiday.
It's
next
starting
week,
to become a holiday. Like, I've got off from all my classes on Election Day.
Do you think the Super Bowl should be a holiday? That would be funny.
That just seems like it would be like monopolizing.
I mean, so American. It's so American. I think football / rugby, but American football is.
People already take off quite often right around Super Bowl and stuff because it's big for people.
You see how much they pay for ads? It's like $6.8 million for a 30-second ad. It's probably like, okay, it's at least $3 million. It's so much money, and why would you like? You're way better off like putting out like a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah,
unironically.
Those ads do become iconic though, because it's
what ad do you remember from last year at Super Bowl?
I didn't watch.
I don't remember.
Super Bowl.
Okay, well I did. And I don't really remember. Example. I didn't remember what Super Bowl I do remember. Period. Exactly. You can't think of a damn thing. These companies, they spent $5 million trying to convince your sorry ass that they're important. Just like how you're not important. I'm sorry. I'm just mean. I'm so mean. But $5 million these guys tried to spend, and I don't remember a damn thing. I think there was a buy ad. Then there was a monkey ad. But I don't even remember what the monkey ad was for. I don't know what the monkey was for.
Funny monkey.
I don't remember anything. But they spend so much money on ads, and I'm just thinking to myself, how do you go ahead and think to yourself, the marketing team, let's spend $5 million on an ad that no one's gonna remember. Oh, you know what? Popcorners, where they had Breaking Bad. That I do remember.
That's right.
But at the same time, they spent way more than $5 million because they had to get Jesse had to take a break from his meth making operation to film that that episode. I'm sorry, ad, not episode. And I mean, just so much money. I mean, it's not like $20 of Apple Music. Like all these corporations, so evil. Santa's Beelzebub. So election is not a holiday.
It's such a depressing time. All the horrible things in the world happening. Beelzebub, yes. Santa Claus. I
cannot believe that Beelzebub is Santa Claus. This This is really good. I'm so glad we figured this out.
Maybe the worst thing since sliced bread.
What's the worst things on sliced bread?
What's the worst? What are some of your favorite things ever? What is your just various concept? Like I'll start leaves. If you're walking through leaves and you got like nice tall boots on and it's not getting all on your legs and stuff, it's a satisfying feeling because they just kind of go out of your way. I like that. I like walking through leaves.
If I had to think, the immediate first thing I think of is watching the Backorder podcast.
Yes, no, that's on top. That's closer to the top of my list. Yeah.
If you see the self-fulfillment period, we're the first rung. It's the hidden rung. You don't see it. It's
Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, needs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like I think it's either at the bottom or the top. It's
no, it's the bottom. It's the bottom. The bottom is the top is self-enlightenment.
Which honestly,
you're right.
It's pretty close, but also it's like a basic need that without
what I think we should do instead is we'll say that watching, listening to us, that's the bottom. Subscribe on Patreon, top of the list.
Yes,
you already know, it's very top. That's the number one thing you can do. And Freud would love you for that, and Maslow would love you for that. That's what they told me right before they died in the 20th century, because I was alive there. I was totally.
You were there. You as a small baby.
And that's
you were
not
on
fake.
Deathbed.
That is not fake information.
That's real. It's real.
Man, what is it? Go on.
What are your bottom things? What are the worst things in the world? You told me the top one. Backward.
Oh, Jared. Do you think look, this is my life. Okay, you think that I like to have
Jared is so Jared's so lame. Why even spare a thought over Jared?
You're right.
That's what I always think.
If I had to think about it, probably my hat right now. This is so itchy. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Spiders.
Probably. I do not know actually, because the thing is, you can really break apart and try to figure out. Oh, I absolutely despise this. I hate that. But to really filter out and see what is the de facto. Damn, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Itches you can't scratch.
Yeah, itches you can't scratch. Probably when I get a canker sore, because I'm going through that right now, and it is so painful, especially when you're eating salty food right in the wound. It just that's the sound it makes. That's the sound it makes every single time. I mean, do you ever? Oh shoot. Gosh, there was something I absolutely hated, and I don't even know what it was. I guess I don't hate it enough then. Whoa, you just did a magic trick.
I did.
That was so cool. Oh. Did I hurt you? Oh my gosh, wait. You just reminded me. I hate Q-tips when the wax gets stuck in your ears so bad.
Aren't you not supposed to use Q-tips?
Here's the thing. Yes, you're allowed to use them, but these companies will never. Here's the thing. Q-tips, I think people can use them to apply makeup and stuff and alcohol thing.
They're not advertised for ear maintenance.
I think the thing you do is you just you go it's like a swirl. You do a wish and a circular motion, and you get the outer part of the ear, but you can push it in. And then it gets compounded, and it's just the worst thing ever.
How are you supposed to get it out? I learned. I know the Vikings use ear spoons. That's my fact of the day. They used an ear spoon. They used a small piece of wood carved into a spoon shape, and they scooped it out. And makes me appreciate the Vikings more.
I used to have really bad ear cloggage, and the way that I did it is, so there's a thing you can put in your ear. It's acidic drops. It's ear drops. It's just ear drops. You put it in, and it sits in your ear. You lay on your side of your head for a little bit, and you sit there for 30 seconds. Then you tilt your head the other way. All the stuff comes out. and then it'll
Is it
automatically dissolve the wax.
hydrogen
Just
peroxide?
eardrops. Do not know.
I think it's hydro. I had hydro. I don't have it anymore, but I did use it in my ear at a point, and it essentially just sounds like your brain's dissolving.
I would love if my brain was dissolved. You know how like maybe I wouldn't like it that much. I'd have to look into
speech.
it.
I would love it if my brain was dissolved.
I love a brain. I just, oh my gosh. I mean, I wish. How much does a brain weigh?
I thought you were gonna say how much is it worth. I'm thinking about selling mine. I need to make some money.
You sell my brain. The head could take over. I don't know how sleepwalking even works. How does sleepwalking even work?
That's actually a really good question.
I've heard stories of people like sleepwalk and like start pissing like in the kitchen.
I went to a lecture on sleep, and the only thing it really talked about with sleep issues was narcolepsy. But
what is narcolepsy?
It's narcolepsy is where, so normally when you're sleeping you have deep sleep and you have being awake, and you go down through the cycles and you go through it. But when you first enter sleep, you jump past rapid eye movement sleep and you go straight to the deeper stages.
Oh.
And then after a full cycle, you go back to REM. But if you have narcolepsy, you don't have that barrier between awakeness and REM. So sometimes you'll just kind of like jump into it, essentially.
Is that what happens to me? Because it happens right at REM sleep, and
I don't think so. Because that seems like it would be the other way around. Because that's you going from sleeping to fucked up and awake. So maybe you've just got some receptors fucked up in your head, or maybe you need to stop staying up for so long.
I will say that once
I think school is killing you. I think it's killing you, and you're.
I actually think it is. I think the stress and anxiety is getting to me because like I'm a perfectionist, and I don't even think I did that well in my exams. I mean, I studied so hard, and I probably got A minus or like a B in some classes now. I mean, I grinded, and I don't think it. It just sucks when like you try your best, and sometimes it's not enough. Like I don't know if it's worse. I don't know what was worse, the week straight of just pure pain and suffering studying, or the post-mortem, damn, I really fucked those exams. I don't know which feeling is worse. Both suck. They're both not amazing, but I mean, the way the game works. The thing that really sucks most of all is I think last week I said, oh, my first video will be out. And guess whose first video is not out?
Neither of ours, really.
But that's because I studied for my exams, and I actually, believe it or not, I actually thought my exams were the week after this one, and so I actually thought I would have. But now that it's, I've gone ahead and finished up those exams, and my next ones, I don't got some exams for like 2 more weeks. I can, if I don't get this first one out, now I'm just being lazy at that point.
But also, please don't stay up until the wee hours of the night. Don't. The
REM sleep is crazy. The REM sleep is crazy when you get some wild dreams, and do not even mention what I told you that I do not say what dream I told you that I had in my 3-hour nap 3 hours before we started this cast. Okay, well, that's just not okay. The thing that's not cool, dude.
Yeah.
Now there's gonna be conspiracy theories
yeah. About.
I mean, yeah. I just, when are your exams?
When are my exams? Earlier today.
Oh,
it went exam, concert. I also have Monday. In
case of the Mondays.
In 5 days now, I have 2 presentations that bookend my day. I have one at 9 a.m. in the morning and one at 4 p.m. And it's like, that kind of sucks. That's really annoying. So I have to get that prepped. And if I don't, it's like, well, there goes 2 of your classes grades. FF.
I mean, college is so unbelievably stressful.
I
I mean,
I've learned in high school to do a very good job of managing my stress, and a lot of that just
Mhm.
kind of turns into not stressing out at all, which you should stress out a little bit.
See, fear can be a good thing, but it's a very unhealthy fuel source, but it can be good. Use it right.
I'm laid back. I'm lackadaisical.
Yeah, you're chill. You're cool like
I'm
that.
chill.
You know,
I'm chill as frick.
soon chill as how much wood could a woodchuck wood how much wood could a woodchuck wood
How much wood could
woodchuck
woodchuck
chuck woodchuck wood.
wood?
Sorry, that was the worms. That was the worms. I'm
yeah,
saying.
sorry, we got a little bit of an attack.
The worms sometimes. And going back to it, I'm amazed because down here, like I'm from the Northeast, similar to you, and moving down to the Southeast, it's just weird that like people have never seen snow, like where I live. It's just like I remember when I went to high school, I'd ask people, yeah, have you ever seen snow? And they'd be like, oh no, I've never seen. I don't know what snow looks like. They've never had the delight of sticking their tongue out on a Christmas morning and the flakes going onto their tongue.
Yeah,
and white Christmases.
It snowed last week for me. It was fantastic. It's great.
Dude, sledding? Oh my gosh, I wish I could go sledding again, but it's just like
you have to stick to the lovely 75-degree beaches. You can only
the thing that sucks is
there.
I've been adjusting to the weather. Like it's 70 I remember it was 70 degrees earlier today and I got goosebumps. It was like, oh my gosh, so chilly. And I remember when I first moved down here, I saw people like 80-degree weather with coats on. I was like, what the hell are you doing? 80-degree weather and you got a coat on.
It gets down to 40 and then my hands will turn purple and I have to put gloves on, but that's not like a oh man, I feel cold. That's like my body is legitimately rejecting the temperature outside and I'm going to die. So,
yeah. I
probably should look into that.
I don't know if I've ever had frostbite. I think man, I did get some nasty burns though. I remember when I was like younger, I stuck my hand right over a campfire like an absolute buffoon. And my finger was under ice, I think, for like it was ice and but what you're supposed to do is you put it under water, like cold water. So you can like transition the temperature first. And so I did that for a little bit. But that was probably the nastiest like burn I've ever gotten. And it's not even that bad. It's just a burn. I don't think I've ever gotten true frostbite. I have not experienced negative temperatures since the one time in the Northeast where like there was one Halloween where it was just straight up negative it feels like negative 12 degrees. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna be able to go to Antarctica.
Recently. Backorder, but we're on opposite ends of the Earth. You're on the North Pole. I'm on South. I mean, you can pick.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
That is absolutely not the same thing.
Because there's one on the top.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm a dumb.
So now I get to choose. Yeah, I'm choosing. I think. Which one's the worst one? I think South Pole.
I actually think the South Pole is, because you have to think the Earth is tilted like a 15-degree axis, and so you're gonna see it tilted, and when the sun hits it, the bottom isn't covered as much, right? You think? Right?
Sure. I think in the equinox, either like the autumnal or vernal equinox. I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of.
We're getting into science class. This is good. We're evolving.
Ultimately, with the Earth, if the sun and then it hits, it can hit both. Yeah, definitely, right? That's what I'm thinking, at least.
Ooh,
maybe. So surely, if it's in the middle of sun and when we go through the seasons, it switches like it goes like this. For the Backorder?
I don't know. But no, I mean, my exams are done. I'm so excited to get this. This video is like
we have to get going. We are getting
our shit together. But no, I mean, we got 80% of our stuff done. I'm sorry, what am I saying? 80% of my video's done, I'd say. Maybe like 75%, 80%. You're never gonna get that camera to focus, buddy.
It's not gonna focus on me.
It's
Here,
never
I have
gonna
to go
focus.
all the way to here, all the way to here. Now you can see it.
Now we can't see you, and this is good. I don't want to see you.
This was the initial drawing.
This is the new Rodger, please. I never want. Oh,
sorry.
I think I'm gonna have I just had a myoclopic jerk after seeing that. Yeah. But I actually think that my video will be out Sunday. Could you not?
Sunday.
Yes.
I'm so here for it. I'm so ready to see it. I've been listening to music.
It would be
I've been
a
getting that
really tight
earwax in my ears.
If it's not Sunday, it's gonna be Tuesday or Monday. And the only reason why I say that is I still got some assignments I gotta do Friday, like big assignments that worth like 10% of my grade. So I gotta focus on some stuff still, but I think I can pull it off, and that would be good.
I'm hoping I get my schoolwork out of the way. Like I'll be good on it, and then I'm for the first time in a while I've been in a situation like you. I have schoolwork to do right after the podcast.
Oh,
so lame. Really so lame. But yeah, it is what it is. I think I'm excited to see the stuff we're getting up to because there's a lot on my lists. My sticky note wall is growing.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm really excited for this election so I can steal that platinum coin.
Stealing the platinum coin.
Day one, that's what Trump's gonna do. Day one, if he gets in, if Harris gets in, I'm sure we can convince her to put it in the Pentagon.
Yeah. Get to some kind of agreement.
Get laser tag set up. I think that would be a good executive order.
Of course.
And as I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we did what Valve couldn't do. We got the 3.
We got the 3.
Reference?
I don't get the reference.
So the Valve makes great games. They made Left 4 Dead 1, they made Left 4 Dead 2, never made Left 4 Dead 3. They made Portal 1, Portal 2, never made Portal 3. And so they're known as the guys Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, never made Half-Life 3. So the thing is, they're just known as those guys. They never count to 3. And we did it. That much more better than Valve, the multi-billion-dollar corporation. So
we did it. On episode 10, we'll do Dracula.
What? We're gonna
like Elmo. It? Like Elmo. Yeah, I'm losing it.
Elmo, can you
I don't he's not here right now.
The fourth member of the podcast.
Elmo, the fourth member of the podcast.
Hey, Elmo, can you give us a good outro? Because I think we're about to wrap things up. I think Elmo wants to say thank you to all of our supporters.
Was that good?
That's pretty good. I mean, you really nailed it last week. I think you did pretty good this one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that was bad.
I think that was really funny because as soon as you did it, I saw you look away in disgust. Just the peer, like, oops. Was that me? But I think that's gonna do it. Now that you see.
Elmo says bye, Backorder.
Okay, so that he's saying bye to us? Is that he didn't say bye to other people? That means he said us. That's us. We're Backorder.
I'm assuming that's us.
Yeah. So we gotta wrap some things up here. So, gentlemen and women, there's no way to just gentlemen and women.
Gentlemen and women.
Oh no! I really messed up now. But
we need to do our tongue twisters.
This is episode 3. We appreciate it. Rodger appreciates it. Elmo appreciates it, and most importantly, I appreciate it. Jed hates you, but we hate Jed.
Every single
us against the world. Us against Jed. The world against Jed. If you hate Jed, Con, I hate Jed. If you love Jed, I don't like you. But, it's alright. And sooner or later, death's gonna come for us all.
Death's gonna come for us all.
As I mentioned, there's 2 things said in life. The Backorder podcast, yes, but death.
Death.
And at the end of the day.
And that's what it's time for right now. So.
Well, we're not. We're not gonna kill someone.
We're not gonna kill someone, but say
Not
goodbye
yet.
to your loved ones. Tell
Okay,
them you
Rodger,
love them.
Calm down. We're on episode 3.
We're on episode 3.
100.
100.
Episode 3. Calm down. Tune it down a little bit. For the time being, though, we appreciate it. This is our biggest, bestest. This is Backorder. This is us. We're new. This is me. You're never gonna know. If you see me on the street and you somehow know it's me, I failed. And I apologize for my failure. If you see Rodger on the street,
if you
feel
see
free
me
to
on the
stomp
street,
him.
if you see me on the street, you need to go up to me and ask me for a strand of my hair.
If, in case you're curious, you're way more likely to find him in the sewers of New York. He does still go there occasionally.
Yeah.
That is, once he's done with his econ exams, that's what he does. First thing.
Yes. Find me in the sewers in the tri-state area. That's where I am. Most of the time.
if you like us, Patreon. If you don't like us,
also just subscribe. Like, show us some support. Follow the pod.
I mean,
if you want to see more of this slop that we're churning out on the weekly.
And I love slop. I am slop.
I love slop. I am slop.
I love on the time slop. Okay, let's wrap this up. Everyone,
let's wrap this up. We're getting delusional. We're getting delirious.
It's been a good one. We appreciate it.
It's been a great podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
And
episode
we'll
3.
see you next week for not death, but the Backorder podcast, episode number 4.
Bye.